Ooh. All right. Ooh. Now that is fun music, but I will change it again because yeah, there you go. It's a bit hyped. It's a bit. Wait, is that harmony? It's like inspirational music, but I will replace that for, I don't know, more mysterious music, I guess. But hello, everyone. My name is Lucifer, and welcome to the Ouroboros Incident. For those of you who don't know, Ouroboros is basically, I believe it shows demise. It shows the end. It shows the cycle of life repeating itself. Ouroboros is or Ouroboros, I don't know if I'm using an accent there, but it represents the cycle of life going on and on. And it's represented by either one, two, or three snakes all eating themselves through by their other end. And I've always found that fascinating. I've also found the symbol really fascinating. Even when I was a kid and I saw it, it was always really fascinating. And seeing how it was used in fantasy myths and everything was also really cool and intriguing to see. And I'm not sure if this game is made by the same. Wait, 1 second. 1 second. No. There we go. That's what I meant to do. I don't know if this game is made by the same developer, but I do know that it's published by the same people who made The Shadow of Jupiter. And that was a great game because it was really like going in depth into like these files, into a system. And then you're trying to figure out what's happened to the people, the world through these news articles. And I found that really fascinating. I was really into the story. It was really creepy and scary in its own way, but in a more story-like way. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to quickly step away from the computer. So I can turn on my fan because for some reason it is extremely hot right now. And I usually don't have the fan on because that's very fast. That's very fast fan. I don't have a fan on usually because it creates a lot of noise, and generally don't want a lot of noise in your audio. I don't know why I'm doing this part right now, but I really need a fan on, and I'm too lazy to stop recording so I can do it. I could just cut all this out, honestly. I don't think anyone would care. Is that on? Is that fan on? Is that's not on? That's on. It's somewhat on. You know what? That's good enough. I have some hot tea, so that's probably gonna counteract the fan. You know what? This whole thing was pointless. Welcome to Ouroboros. That's Ouroboros for you. That's the whole pointlessness of life, just going all around and around and around. Yee the haw. But yeah. So this is again very similar to that, where I think you're going through news articles and finding more about the Ouroboros incident. And I don't know anything else about this because the page itself doesn't tell you anything about the game itself. So let's find that out together. Trail camera 3, 1541-28. Camera footage of two people meeting in a park. The person on the left is wearing a black hoodie pulled up to obscure their face. The person on the right is wearing a Turing branded t-shirt and cap. They are waving. Captions are automated. Oh, right. You probably won't be able to hear like the noise effect, sound effects, because I'm going to remove the audio from the game and maybe put a different audio. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll keep this one. Maybe I'll not. It depends on the vibe of the music. It's like okay so far. I might not change the beginning part of it. I don't know. Anyways, oh hi there. Didn't expect to see someone else out here. The person in the hoodie is responding. Their stance is guarded. Can I transcribe the audio? Oh wow, pish posh. I have some secret government or like a secret file in some place, and I can't transcribe the audio. Wow. The person in the Turing cap scratches their head in confusion. I'm not sure I understand. What are you saying? The person in the hoodie quickly pulls a gun from their front pocket and fires. Well, that's one way to greet people. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it will be. The person in the Turing cap falls to the ground. The person in the hoodie makes a hand gesture towards the body and walks away. Could not transcribe the audio. Video end February 20 X4. 7 months before the Ouroboros incident. Ooh, okay, that is very hype music. Now I'll change the music. The Turing... That's a cool sound that all of you are not going to be able to hear, but that's totally fine. It's a sacrifice worth making. I'm going to reduce the sound because my brain can't handle listening to the sound for a long period of time. I'm just going to dissociate hard. Goldman announces latest venture, Ravenous. and for immediate release. Alan Goldman, founder and CEO of the Turing Corporation, has announced the next phase in their plans to build exocolonies on Mars. Turing's advances in the fields of data analysis and efficient artificial intelligence solutions have been crucial to reacting to a changing world. And this is new. And this new device represents the next leap forward for humanity. Introducing Ravenous. A photo of Alan Goldman standing at a podium with the Turing logo on it, holding a small device in his open palm. A picture-in-picture is inset in the bottom right-hand corner, showing a zoomed-in view of the device in his hand. It appears to be a small black metal snake, roughly 3 inches long, curled into a C shape. That's not an Ouroboros. A real Ouroboros is circular and a circle and O and it's a 0, because zeros are heroes. Oh. The robotic, autonomous, efficient, carbon-neutral over and underground snake will be crucial component in humanity's journey. It's Ravenous. These devices are designed to gather chemical and biological data about the soil and plant life upon which our existence relies, and relays that data to OrbitNet, so Turing can reconstruct this planet's incredible and biodiverse landscape on our next home, Mars. The picture prototype is already gathering info, providing valuable data that would be incapable of being gathered previously. Goldman hopes to launch Ravenous 1.0 within the next few months to make our dreams of life beyond Earth a reality. In accordance with our transparency policy, Turing also proudly presents all the technical specifications of the Ravenous. You know what? Props to Turing, because a lot of bing boing boings happening. You won't hear that, so don't worry about it. I'll react to it. You guys can make it up in your heads. That's how these videos go anyways. You guys got this. I believe in you. But as I was saying, most companies won't give us schematics or like specifications of like certain products because it's secret and patented. But they're giving it out, so that's good on them. So let's just quickly just have these all over here. Have these all over here. Have these all over here. Yeah. Ravenous technical specifications. Error. Low-tech browser cannot access file. Are you technical shaming my browser? Excuse you. My browser at least capable of showing ASCII data. Wow. Excuse you. That's so rude of you. Access files this large. Please ask the admin of the website to reduce their data footprint. Oh my god, admin, your feet are huge. What are you, Bigfoot? Big feet. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. I'm full of tummies. Did you see it? What a king. What a god. I've been trying to guess what his next step would be after OrbitNet, but I never would have guessed robot data snakes? Like, oh my god. Turing Head 420. That's a great name. He's just such a big fan, such a high fan. He's just such a high up there fan, eh? I got some nice hot tea. It's been actually oversteeped, so it tastes stale. That's fine. I'd love to know what the Luds try to throw at Goldman over this one. We can possibly find something to oppose about a tiny little snake bot gathering all that data. Oh, who knows? It might collect your information. Oh no, classically brained. Well, these losers can stay on Earth as far as I'm concerned. If you don't respect Goldman, I hope he closes the rocket doors right in for your face. Oh wow, they sure are fans. I'm gonna, I guess it's gonna go down as well because I don't know how I do this, but it's fine. We'll read and we'll shove it somewhere. Ravenous's first impressions. Sloane's groans. Ravenous. So Alan's announced his latest gadget, a little snake that provides soil data to help terraform Mars. The press conference was vague as always. Oh, but I'm being uncharitable. We also received the complete tech specs. How transparent, how generous. Oh, they're in format most of us don't have the CPU budget to access. How convenient. Okay, that's out. Yeah, that is very Ah, that's very suspicious. I didn't consider that. That's so suspicious. Don't worry, I'll be digging into the tech specs on the university rig to see if I can't get to the bottom of what these little wrigglers are up to. Until next time, Sloan Ranyard. Okay. Right. But, like, now what? Do I close it? Oh, wow, right. Okay, that's cool. 6 months before the Ouroboros. I like how it's counting down. That was nice. That was very, very nice. Trail camera 1. Camera showing footage of a dense forest. A young person dressed in high-vis gear adjusts camera before stepping back to speak towards it. I almost coughed my coffee, not my coffee, my tea inside me. Oh no. Captions provided by Krik Savotka. Ah, hello. Is this working? Check, check, 1, 2. Yeah, I see the waveforms. Okay, hi, welcome to my first trail cam. I'm Krik Savotka, and I'm working on my PhD. My accent switched really drastically there, but don't worry about it. The focus of my thesis is going to be effects of global warming on the ecosystem of the green spaces here in California. Isn't California a desert? Isn't it like sand? I don't know. I've got some low-tech cameras like this set up everywhere. I can to stream constantly so I can monitor the activities of any squirrels or bugs or whatever. Not suspicious at all. The idea of the study is to have eyes in as many places as possible, watching as many habitats as possible. I don't know why exactly I'm going to find. I'm watching grass grow for the next year. Ha 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 ha. Oh no. Okay. It's gonna be 5 months before the Ouroboros. Ooh, I knew it. Ooh. Oh, I'm chugging the tea. Oh, I'm chugging it hard. Oh god, I'm chugging. Also, my fan has stopped working. Excuse you, fan. You're not supposed to stop working. I don't know why it's part of the video, but it's gonna be part of the video. Fan, could you please work? It's just not working. It is literally not working. Now it's working. There you go. That's nice. Thank you, fan. You're being very fan. You're a great fan. You're the best fan of all my fans. That's a bit too fast, fan. That's gonna be audible on. There. Will that be audible? I feel like it'll be audible. I'll go a bit lower. Why not? You know, I don't know why this is part of the video, but I guess you're part of my cooling journeys because you're all so cool. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, that's silent enough. I have the fan on now. I can be nice and cool. I can be chill. I'm as chill as ice. I'm as cold as ice. I'm as soulless and pointless as ice. Brrr. Going over the Ravenous tech specs. Sorry it's been a while since my last post. This has been an arduous process. Tech spec documents are dry and dull at the best of times, but the sheer volume of minuscule pointless details represented in the Ravenous documents is far beyond what is reasonable for a normal person to go through. Someone with a cynical opinion of the Turing Corporation might even say that was a deliberate tactic. And yes, that is a deliberate tactic in real life as well for many companies, so you know. But I digress. The Ravenous is an automated robot designed with a segmented body and the undulating mobility of a snake or worm. It takes samples of soils and grasses around its mouth, analyzes them with a series of sensors. It then transmits that data up to the Turing Corp's black box in the sky, OrbitNet. Okay, not to be a little nerdy here, but transmitting data through the ground is extremely difficult wirelessly because the ground blocks a lot of radio waves or any signal-based waves. There seems to be a little bit of magic going on here because I guess you could say that this is magical. That was not a pun. I'm just making words up. It's not even actually not a made-up word. That's an real word. Look at the dictionary. You fool! I'm the fool. And I'm such an idiot. The Ravenous does something and then the cycle begins again. Or we did into the data back to the Ravenous. The Ravenous does something and then the cycle begins again. This is interesting because it allows the claim of carbon neutrality to remain technically true of the Ravenous, but only if OrbitNet's processing doesn't count. I've crunched the numbers and the Ravenous can move, collect its samples, send its pings into the sky, and act on the other pings it receives from OrbitNet and just barely squeak a carbon neutral rating. Even if all OrbitNet does is add and subtract 1 from the data before sending it back, it's no longer carbon neutral. That is true. and we can pretty much guarantee it's going to do a lot more than that. Orbitnet has been criticized by many for being a blatant attempt to circumvent CPU restrictions, for its light pollution, and for being the reason why you can't watch a video with the word in it anymore. But my largest criticism of it has been and remains the complete lack of oversight. In space, nobody can hear you commit large-scale data crimes. I don't know what the Ravenous is actually for. I don't know how this can possibly how this can possibly be being sold as a terraforming tool. I don't know what data it would be gathering that we would be capable of gathering previously, and I don't know what process Goldman is laundering through Orbitnet to avoid prying eyes, but I do know I don't trust Turing Core with even more data. I'm sorry this post has been a bit of a downer, and I'm sorry I don't have more concrete information for you. If I come to any realizations about the tech specs, you can be sure I'll post them on here. Thank you, that's so convenient and that's so nice. You are a very cool person, and I suspect you'll be disappearing to the unknown ether of the internet due to very unpleased people in a certain company that I won't talk about for Voldemort reasons. Oh, my tea is over, oh no. If I come to any more realizations about the text, I'll post them here. But honestly, I'm sick of looking at them. When I lie down to sleep, my brain keeps tumbling through the data, like the bejazzled effect. I told you there was magic, I called it! Even if it still means no sleep, I assure you, I'd rather my subconscious be playing puzzle games. Until next time, Sloan Redyard. Redyard. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, now I'm going to click on each one, and oh, that kind of magnetized. Oh, that is magnetized to the edge. That is very much magnetized to the edge. I'm going to quickly just gather all the things I need to read first. I believe that was one that I just grabbed. Right. There you go. Wait, what did I grab first then? Oh, that was that, and then that, and then next was that. Restrictions on the CPU thing. I'll smack dab it over there. And then that is for that. I'll put that here just because it'll be in order a little bit, just so I can shove things around, because I like shoving things around. Alright, and that goes over there, the little gap. That is that, and that is that. Yes, I'm obsessing over where everything goes for no reason, okay? Shut up. I'll shove that there, and okay, so information pollution. Information pollution is the practice of inundating someone with a large amount of information with the goal of confusing and overwhelming them to prevent them from finding out what it is you truly are trying to hide. Am I polluting you with information about myself so you don't know what I'm hiding? You don't know what I know. Why would you know? Why would you know about me knowing that? It's so creepy of you. Oh no. The CPU Restrictions Act. The CPU Restrictions Act was an international accord created in response to alarming and exponential temperature rises that came following the advent of cryptocurrency farms. After several attempts to ban cryptocurrency, specifically fall apart due to crypto miners redefining terms to avoid being technically restricted by the bans, as they do, it was decided that the strict limits of CPU cycles would effectively prevent cryptocurrency mining as well as any other CPU-intensive activities that may be conceived of in the future. The act was and remains extremely controversial. Many people were furious at the usage of apps on which they had come to rely would quickly hit the CPU cap, locking them out for the rest of the month. Many apps which relied on using CPU cycles to collect data to sell to advertisers had no choice but to shut down. Despite the acceleration of temperatures increasing, the fact that temperatures didn't continue to increase at all was cited by the critics. Evidence of the act should be scrapped. Well, okay, interesting. There's some technical stuff that I would get into, but that's not the point of this. This is interesting. So they basically tried to ban cryptocurrencies, but they decided not to, I guess, because people were just like, circumventing it, but because of their big brainess, just biggest brainess peopless. Red ink. Low-tech censored vids. I've been trying to get used to this low cycle life, looking at my pictures and videos through text, having everything on dark mode. No, dark mode is everything. Dark mode is the best mode. How could you say that? Whatever, I can handle it, but why the frick can I watch anything with a swear word in it anymore? All my favorite shows have swears, and I was hoping to at least try and enjoy them in a low tech, but half of the lines are freaking messy. It's so bad. Please help me, Red Ink. I'm not yawning. Shut up. Artificial stupidity. Hi, welcome to the low-tech community. So this is a common complaint. The reason this happens is that the automatic transcription service runs through OrbitNet, and OrbitNet is hard-coded to reject any data with swear words in it. Your best bet is to try and find your shows streaming somewhere with user-inputted subs. Hope this helps. That helped so much. Thank you. Turing Corp under investigation following accusations of data misuse. This article is from 2 years ago. The Turing Corporation has come under fire after evidence surfaced of user data being collected without consent. This breach was initially discovered when tech activists used tracking tools and found that... wait... I have to reread that again. Under fire, evidence surfaced of user being collected without... It's almost like they had it slithering in. That's really bad. Tech activists used tracking tools and found out that amount of data being uploaded when a chat message was sent on AppDog. The Turing Corporation's popular chat program was significantly higher than necessary. What became clear through this investigation was that words of these messages were being fed into Turing's artificial intelligence servers. Tests were conducted by consistently using a deliberate typo in private chats. Friend was spelled friend. And maintaining a search for that typo on this wider web. It wasn't long before people were complaining that their CAPTCHA prompts were asking them to identify their friends in pictures, making it clear that the Turing Corporation was using data obtained through private messages to improve their AI algorithms. That's something that people don't get. AI is being a big thing nowadays and all that. And what I don't think people realize, well, I guess people who are into the tech world realize, but what the general populace may not realize is that AI is based off huge databases. It's based off the information that we give it. And that is the scariest thing about the AI. Like, let's take an example of, let's say, a famous person, right? And they have done many misdeeds, but 80% of information of them online is about praising them. So when an AI sees that information, it uses that information because it's the main source of information, the 80%. It has a lot more weightage than the other 20%. So the AI will then also look at that person as a great person, even if they've done many misdeeds. So that is the scariest thing about AI, is the data we feed it. It can be very heavily biased depending on what data is given. And it's really interesting how we connect that to a human populace, because that works with humans as well, because not everyone does research. So when someone understands or doesn't understand something and they use that information, they may not realize that the whole truth of it, right? So even if we use AI, it's the same problems over and over again. It's just a new fresh face on it, which I've always found interesting. And I'm gonna go get tea right now because I really need it because my throat's dying. Don't let anything scary happen. Yeah, all right, bye. Hi. I hope nothing scary happened. I hope nothing spooky happened. Did you see something? Ubu, did you see anything? No, you didn't. No, there's nothing to see. There would absolutely be nothing to ever see ever. I got some tea. Well, I got some hot water. I feel like I've been drinking too much tea, so I got some hot water instead. And my chair is going lower and lower. I think the gas in the chair is gone. But that's fine. So, the bejazzled effect. The bejazzled effect refers to a condition described by the players of bejazzled. Oh, wait, isn't Bejeweled! I remember that game! Oh, wow! It's been so long since I've played Bejeweled. Oh man, I used to have so much fun playing that game. Wow, times have gone past so soon and fast. By players of Bejazzled and other similar arcade puzzlers. After playing Bejazzled for a long time, players would find that their minds would continue to play, even after they stopped. The conscious processes of rotating colored pieces and choosing where to place them would, after an extent period, become subconscious and continue happening while the other player tries to do the other things, particularly while they try to sleep. I don't know if this is a real effect, but I think this is like a real thing. It seems like a real thing, at least. Do I just close everything? That one blinked red. I don't know if that's bait. Oh, okay, that's gonna be 4 months before the Ouroborous Incident. Trail camera for 1904-33. Is that the middle? Is that the middle? I don't know. Camera footage showing a low angle of grassy wetlands. Crick squats down into the camera's view and holds up 2 blades of grass in one hand. Holding their other palm up to focus the camera, one of the blades looks unremarkable, and the other is bent in perfect 90-degree angles, browning in a checkered pattern. I don't know what's going on here. These 2 blades were connected to the same root structure. I don't know what kind of factors could even cause something this extreme. Within the same organism, I'll take it to my professor. See if he can shed any light on it. Alright, that's 2 months away. That's a little. That's 3 months away. I could count, but also that's the kind of creepy. Redling capsulol tribe. I'm gonna quickly just do this. Okay. Sloan groans, I know. I'm aware that I'm being targeted by every capture. You can start messaging me. I'm well aware of what is happening on capture. Clearly my last post touched a nerve, and Goldman's showing off the power he's got to ruin my life if he wants. I'm taking precautions to protect myself and my family. Please try not to spread my face around more than it already has been. Sloan, I think it's already too late. I think but it's the internet. It's that. It's you're kind of out there already. Okay, I'll read this one next. No, I'll read this one next. Ugh. I only forgot my password like 4 times in a row, and it blocked me from going in the app without solving a freaking picture puzzle. I don't know who tough Sloan Redyard even is. How am I supposed to click all the pictures off her? Oh no. Throw away password. Forget her. That's a great name. It's so good that I'm not yawning. I would not be yawning, okay? You must believe me. Alright, I'll put those side by side. I'll read this one next. Help me, I'm trying to buy gems for Bazazzle, but Fee friend is blocking me because I bought too many gems today, but I can't do the capture. It's got a bunch of red pictures of randos asking me to click on the Redyard family members. I don't know who's in the family. I don't know any of these people. I need my gems through the bro. I'm gonna lose my streak if I get a bomb online right now. Help! Epic Ninja Gamer 42. I know usually this subredding subredding is a great name. It's usually for like when a captcha has a picture of someone flipping the bird or something, but it just got served this one, which I'm pretty sure is just someone's address. Screenshot of a captcha prompt. It asks the user to select all pictures containing 2731 Bedford Lane, Rivertown, California. These images are all photos of the house taken from very close. One of them is aimed through a window at the person sleeping. What would be the point of this, of the captures happening, if they already know the location? That's kind of weird there. Or, oh, right, okay. Clearly, Goldman is clear. Wait, can I quickly? There we go, I can do that. Clearly, Goldman's showing off the power he's got to ruin my life. That's the cool, not really cool, important part. Okay, so for whatever reason, the captures are all asking me to identify pictures of Sloan Redyard and her family. Please do not come to this thread to have a conversation about the morality of this, or conjecture about what series of technical errors could lead to such an event. This thread is purely meant as a place for people to this capture question as they log into their apps. Here's an ultra upload link with all the photos and prompts matched for this. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. Best Samaritan. What if this isn't a captcha link or like a captcha information? What if it was the data? What if that was Sloan? Or Moni, I forgot their name already. I'm so bad with names and faces. But what if it was them who sent the information about the schematics and the other stuff as like a low blow in a hidden anon way. Hot water, yum yum. Oh, actually not. Oh, that was smooth. Excuse me. Oh, oh, holy crap. I'm sorry. I have to take a moment. This hot water hits hard. Oh, why did that hit so hard? Oh, that tastes so good for some reason. I don't know why. I have no clue why, but that tastes so good. Oh, it's just hot water and it's so smooth and warm and that's good hot water. That is such a weird thing to say, but you know. Camera footage of the inside of an ant colony, lines of ants scurrying back and forth, carrying eggs and morsels of food to their destinations. Captain, they're auto-generated, quite scuttling scowns. A cloud of dirt and debris that rolls in front of the frame sounds like a dirt of falling, high-pitching of buzzes. The dust settles and ants begin scurrying once again, carrying their morsels and eggs, and one of them carries an egg that is a perfect cube. One of them moves in circles, all 6 of its legs on the same side of its body. I feel like it's in pain. Buzzing sounds quieten down, scuttling sounds resume. 2 months before the incident. 1 month. I still can count, I promise you. Oh, that water. Oh, that hot water. Oh, why is that hot water so good? I don't know why, but this hot water is just so good. What the frick? Why is it so good? Oh, that is such good hot water. I'm sorry, I'm taking time off the video for this again, but this hot water is just so smooth and nice tasting. Holy crap. Holy moly guacamole. Ravenous 1.0 launch for immediate release after a successful prototype phase. Turing Corporation is proud to announce the full launch of Ravenous 1. The 1 units have improved speed and efficiency and have been launched in all 50 of our great states, with a view of launching at least 1 in every country in the world by the end of 20x6. The more complete a picture we can gather of the landscape on Earth, the more complete we can replicate it on Mars. With the temperatures rising and resources dwindling, Turing Corporation remains committed to building a new home for humanity and launch the Ravenous 1.0. Then, you see, okay, I think with anyone with half a mind who just looks at this and reads and thinks for it about a second, would probably understand that replicating an atmosphere or even just soil on another planet without an atmosphere would be very difficult and stupid. It's easier to find a planet with an atmosphere and go there. This seems a bit suspicious and dumb, and I know because I'm usually dumb, and this seems pretty dumb, so dumb knows dumb. You know what they say. Wait, was there a clicky click? Did I miss a clicky click? The Ouroborous Incident. Oh no. What the frick? If the music stays creepy like that, I'll keep it. Ooh. I like this music. But again, it might just go funky pop again. No, this is good music. Okay. I have access to the Ravenous data stream. I've gained access to the signals and Ravenous. The Ravenous sends to to OrbitNet. I'm getting this post up as a low-tech friendly live blog with my analysis. I expose the raw data stream, but it's far too much for any normal browser to access. I'll figure out exactly what these snakes are doing and I'll tell everyone. You thought you could just scare me into hiding and I'd quit being a thorn in your side, Goldman? Feluncle you! Update live vlog? Ooh. Okay. Okay, well, I've got 51 signals. They're all blasting out data out as at a huge bandwidth. The only way OrbitNet is interpreting this data fast enough to send instructions back is if it's just completely flaunting the CPU limits. But we knew that already. There's so much coming through that I can barely tell what I'm looking at, but I think I see a repeating signal and I can interpret it there. I will look at that in a second, thank you. Rav location? Goldman Rav location. God, I want to see one of those Ravs so bad. Something about a robot snake just seems so cool. Did Goldman say where exactly he let them rip? I don't know about that. I don't think he ever did. camera footage. The camera is in the hands of Crick, who is aiming it towards themselves and a meadow behind them. He's alive! They's alive, vlogger! Whoa! That's such good water. That's such good hot water. Holy moly, mother of holies. That is so good. That is so good. It is so really good. Alright. Captains are auto-generated. I've still not managed to figure out who's causing these abnormalities in the plant life around here. The best I can tell is that it must be of some sort of invasive species, because it's not spreading in the way I'd expect a disease to spread. Oh, that's suspicious. A little bit. There we go. Oh gosh. The repeating signals of the GPS coordinates, not much map on them, as they said in the process. Press release of the United States of California, or is that the prototype? I don't know. I'm still not making much headway with. Oh my gosh, so much happening. Map of the use of the dot in each state except for California, which has 2. Every few seconds, the map updates and the dots move slightly. A little too sly for my taste. Well, I don't know where you are, but if you search Sloane's Groans, she got a tracker running. You can triangulate one near you and chase it down, maybe? Holy crap, I'm so close to the one in California. I'm jumping in the car right now. Thanks so much, bro. The serpent liker 666. You like that serpent? Oh, I did not mean to do that. The handheld camera moves down towards the grass, which looks normal except for a thin, wavering path which is full of mishapen blades, some too wide, some too short, some miscolored, many simply shriveled and dead. Look at this. It's far too tight and specific to be anything other than the work of some pesky critter. Let's see what we find at the end of it, shall we? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, we did all of that. Now this one. Okay, now we're cooking. I figured out one little more of the data stream. I'm updating the map. I'll put these near this one because it's basically the same thing. There, they all have specific planned routes except for that one, which must be the prototype. Whoa. That was a big thumping sound that just happened. I don't know if that's from real life, but it happened. Which must be the prototype. I'm not sure what the hell it's trying to do. I will do that in a second. Glad I could help. I'm not a bro though, lol. Please just stay safe. Try not to be trespassed with anything. The last ethical poster. Oh gosh, look at this. What unseen reactions is the creature eliciting here? I'm going to have to catch up with it and see what I can figure out. Okay, yeah, okay. Map of the US with a dot and line in each state except for California, which has 2. Most of the lines show a tight spiral moving towards to fill the entire. Wait. A map of the US with a dot and line in each state except for California, which has 2. Most of the lines show a tight spiral movement outwards to fill the entire state. Each one of the dots close to the center of the spiral, moving out along the line. The one exception is a second line in California, which is a meandering path running out behind the dot, but nothing ahead of it. I see. I still need a bit of context for the rest of this data. I think these could be chemical structures. Is this the soil data? And this could be structural information based on the way it's laid out. I'm still at a loss until it gives me something I can recognize. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, sorry about that, friend. Don't worry about trespassing, though. It looks like it's just I'm in a national park. Don't you, like, need ranger permission to go in national parks? I'm pretty sure, at least. I'm not sure, though. I'm parked up and I'm going to chase it down. Looks like this is exciting. I'm nearly there. It's tough to figure out exactly where to go with my tiny CPU limits I've got in my phone, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be ahead of me in the field. You're dead. You're so dead. You're so dead. Trail camera 3. The camera's view smears as Craig runs with it, swinging it back and forth. They slow to a stop as they come to an open field, where the path of mishappened blades seem to come to an end. Oh no. Oh, is this it? Have I found you not? Have I found you not a little creature? Oh gosh. No! I wanted to read more! Oh no, I've goofed that up. The camera shifts into a stable position as Kirk unfurls the tripod. They come into view as they adjust the angle to make sure it can see the area where the path of the mishappened blade seem to end. Okay, let's see what you're up to, little bud. A person wearing a cheering branded t-shirt and cap walks into the view and starts waving. Oh, hi there! Didn't expect to see someone else out here. Crick looks up, initially surprised before waving in response. Hello, I'm just chasing down some kind of creature that's been making quite a mess in these ecosystems out here. May accident change the game, but don't worry about it. Person in the touring cap looks at their phone before looking back at Crick and responding. Crick raises an eyebrow before looking down into the grass. They run up and grab the tripod holding the camera. Oh, what a coincidence. I'm out here chasing down a ravenous unit. I think there should be one. No, wait. 2, right around here. What's a ravenous unit? Wait, do you hear that? I've got to get a better angle on this. Muffled buzzing sounds. There were buzzing sounds before when the ants were around there. Interesting. Crick moves the tripod to the center of the field. They aim it down to the ground, and its focus adjusts until a small black metal snake bursts out of the soil. Oh my god. Here's a little beastie that's been causing so much trouble. I can't believe how small it is. Muffled buzzing becomes louder and more distinct as the snake bursts up. Oh, I don't think it's little anymore. The snake's face is a whirring circle of tiny blades sucking in. Okay. Sucking in, chewing up the grass that it comes to. A seal opens and closes to release the replacements of the consumed grasses. The replacements are twisted and broken, barely able to hold themselves up for a moment before shriveling up. There it is! There it is! That's ravenous! Oh my god, it's all I ever wanted. It's so cool. Ah, this person is this person. Buzzing sounds quiet. Oh, it was the game. That dawn sound. That was cool. Buzzing sounds, quiet sounds of leaves being stitched together, the tapping of fingers against a phone screen. Oh my god, I found it! The rav is so cool. It's eating up the grass and replacing it as it goes. It's such a smart way of being environmentally positive. So cool. In a quick, deliberate motion, another metal snake bursts out into the frame and grabs the tail of the first. It tries to continue on the trajectory it was on, but the first snake flashes and grabs onto its tail, forcing them into a relentless cycle. Could not transcribe the audio. Wait, oh crap, I can tell what the data is. I still see it when I try to sleep. That's a goddamn ravenous! The snakes both work to overcome the other, chewing into each other. Sparks fly, but oh wow, that was cool. How that happened? Okay, now oh god. As they eat them, the biting renews the tissues, continues and accelerates. Crick briefly comes into the view on camera before they dart away. I'm not sticking around to find out what this, how this ends. If I were you, I'd leave too. Those things are clear and safe. The metal grinding against metal. I'm after the U.S. with the dot and line in each state except for California, which has 2 dots that are almost completely overlapping, oscillating rapidly. The trajectory path for the California dot are no longer organized in an organized spiral, but a chaotic scattered tree that looks like broken glass. Radiating... What? The California dots are no longer an organized spiral, but a chaotic scattered tree that looks like broken glass, radiating from a central point. The oscillating dots. Hey, are you okay there, buddy? The map is showing the ravenous in Cali as... Well, I don't really know what if I'm going to be looking at, to be honest. If you don't reply within the next 20 minutes, I'm sending out a search party, okay? You're super kind! And also very resourceful. Again, very suspicious. This is all interesting, but suspicious as well. The snakes speed up, the circling narrows, the person in the touring cap moves closer for a better view. Are you kidding, bro? I can't look away from this. It's incredible! Scattered buzzing sounds intensify in pitch and volume. The circle narrows further, the mouths coming closer and closer to one another until finally one reaches the other. Grinding metal sounds become so loud the microphone can't interpret them. All remains is the crunching, glitch sound of a machine trying to process more than it can handle. For a moment, the impossibly tight ring is completely still. The moment ends with the white-hot light of barely contained energy being released. The ring explodes. An uncountable number of snakes shoot... Oh. So they basically destroy Earth by digging under the ground and eating themselves and reproducing by themselves. That is freaky and also a big no. An uncontrollable number of snakes shoot out in every direction. The person in the touring cap is completely covered instantly. The grass rides as it is eaten and remade dozens of times, a second warping each time, becoming less recognizable. The very surface of the ground loses its structure, heaving it to and fro, reshaping again and again, churning waves of earth driven further and further. from any context or purpose. With a burst of violent speed, one of the snakes starts from the ground directly towards the camera's lens, and the video feed cuts out. I can still see it. Oh, it's gone now. Don't worry about me, friend. I'm just fine. I don't trust you. Oh, God. I don't trust you. Oh. Camera footage of a park bench. A person in the touring cap stumbled towards an uneven gate and takes a seat. They put their right elbow in the armrest and lean their head against the palm. Their fingers are long and they're off their left temple. Camera of a parking lot. A swarm of tumbling black snakes dives in and out of the ground, unified but chaotic as they chew through parking spaces, and they're repainted in mathematically elegant but functionally useless patterns. As they chew through cars, they are remade with they're remade with doors that have no handles or wheels that are perfect spheres. As they chew through passengers, they are reborn as twisted amalgams of metal and flesh, merged with the vehicles they were sitting in. With the context that, oh God. Camera footage of a city from a distant angle. The sun is setting and the buildings are still. A black mess with fuzzy, unclear edges crawls up with one of the buildings. Within moments, the building is completely covered. In a few moments, the building is uncovered again. The windows of the building are now laid out unevenly. Pieces of furniture that were against the wall are now the exterior features. The overall shape of the building is segmented and odd. The angles of the corners are no longer quite so 90 degrees. The black mass moves to the next building. I've figured it out. I know how we can fight them. Look at these. I'll describe them to myself after the low-tech to be low-tech friendly. An image of a wall with graffiti in it. It is a date stamp for August 20x4. And an image of a wall with graffiti. Oh, I just read that. Date stamp number 20x4. The first picture says "Screw 12." It's on an unassuming wall of the alley. The second picture has been rearranged by the ravenous swarm. The brickwork is all messed up and uneven. The graffiti is glitched out and unreadable except for the word "screw." The swarm runs through the orbit net. We already know that orbit net can't handle. It can't handle swear words because the system that it runs on is hardwired so that it doesn't deal with swear words. So now it's looping. It's looping like the Ouroboros. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Oh, that is so cool. Like the Ouroboros keeps on circling around and around like the snake is doing that here now. That is genuinely really cool. That is genuinely so cool. So really cool. I like these kind of stories where you just develop and go further and further and find out more. There's hot water all over me now. I'm not sure if it's by the same developer, but I think this is made before the Shadow of Jupiter, because the Shadow of Jupiter had images in it, and it was a lot more like, in depth with the amount of sticky notes it uses, like this. And this was really cool. I did like it. And I think the music of this was way better. I didn't think that the funky pop one for the earlier portion didn't match, but the rest of it was pretty nice. It was really well done. I liked it. I like the story. I like these kind of stories where it like delves deep and just goes like that. And yeah, let me know what you thought. I thought it was an interesting story. Obviously, it has its weak points, but all stories do, and I'm choosing to look at the good points for this because I do think this is a really cool medium of telling a story, and I do hope there is more games like these where you just go through like these kind of like notes and it just delves deeper and deeper into it. And I still do think that a game like this would like benefit from like having like a proper computer screen, and then maybe like stuff behind the computer screen which you can see happening. It's like stuff like happening as this like devolves and evolves. I think that's really cool, and I think this is a really cool story, and I think you're very cool for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.